Happy Friday, everyone. Hope, oh, look at my little alfalfa thing. Okay. All right. It's cool. it's a great day. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm talking kind of quiet because my son is sleeping right upstairs. I don't want to wake him. Um, so happy Friday, like I said. Today we are going over those crossover breaks. So I hope everybody is doing okay with them. I hope you have your questions ready. And if I don't have any questions, I do have a list of common questions we're going to go over. Okay. So I'll give it just a minute or a few seconds here and get my notes up, my list. You know what's funny is being on video every day, I have noticed that my ponytail, I promise, well, I try. I try to put it in the middle of my head when I get ready. And then I swear, like, I think it's always because I'm in the dance frame, right? And it just gets this little sway to the left every every day. My little left sway pony going. Okay, so crossover breaks in American Cha-Cha. Real quick, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And thanks for your support. Appreciate it. And I just love doing this for fun. It's my passion, and I love dancing. And hope to inspire others to get out there and dance. I think it's so great for you. So, when we talk about the crossover breaks, okay, there are some common things that do happen, some common questions. So, I think the main thing that happens is when we do go into a rotation, into that crossover break. A lot of times, especially if we're new, we haven't quite developed frame to spine connection yet. We will rotate and leave. Is this flipping my body? Oh, this is so weird. Okay, I can't do it like this. Anyways, so when you rotate, I might have to start doing these on the floor. But when you rotate, you have to make sure you take your arm with you. Okay. So when you rotate, yes, there we go. And if you leave this behind you, this is a big no-no. Okay. Now your elbows behind you. It's going to cause all sorts of miscommunication between you and your partner. Okay. Also balance issues and stability and control. All right. So make sure when you do rotate, right, everything comes through. Okay. Um, you can think of your upper body like a T, like your shoulders is the T across and your spine is the T, right? You want to make sure your elbows stay attached to that spine, the stem. Okay. And it rotates. So you don't want to rotate your spine within unless you're doing some shimmies, right? But make sure everything goes together. Okay. So that I think that is number one, and that's a really good habit to get into right away. Anyways, like I've said in a video before, it gives you a great look. It even looks like styling when you're just keeping that frame and it's opening and closing nice and cleanly with your rotation. Okay. All right. Now this is very important. So for both follow and leads, it is not your job to move your partner into the crossover. Okay. Follows, it is not their job to move you. Okay. It is their job to move themselves. Okay. It is also their job to stay connected to themselves. So if you are holding on to them, okay, and they are connected to them, all right, and whatever you're holding on to them with, if that's connected to you, it will go right with your lead. Okay. However, that doesn't mean he's physically moving you. Okay. So, from a lead perspective, I want you guys to make sure that you're not thinking that you have to physically move your partner. Okay. There might be a little bit of resistance because you're moving first. And then your partner's going to move second. Okay. As soon as that partner feels that resistance, they're going to go, right? So follows, make sure you move yourself, okay? And once you feel the lead, you do need to move, okay? Um, th- as long as you're moving yourselves, especially right away when you're beginning, this will help prevent future habits of overleading, which create bad like poise and posture holding on the dance floor. Okay. And you never want to be yanking or pulling. And a lot of that will happen from um, trying to move your partner. Okay. So that being said, I mean, it can go even a step further if I want to. And when you're partnered up with somebody, we got to stop thinking about them and me and think like we're one person. So if you move yourself is also their self, right? Because you're dancing together at the same time. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's move on here. Last minute, let's talk about last minute decisions. Last minute decisions, I think, can be made either through your mind or your body, right? If you're not really dancing with your mind, your body is making minute decisions with the music. I think those are okay because we're moving with the music. The music is built for that dance, and 99 times out of 10, it's not going to lead you to do something crazy. Now, if our mind thinks of something last second, for example, the crossover breaks, it's never a good idea. Okay, last minute decisions, never a good idea if you're mentally thinking that. Because if your body's not set up, especially if you're a beginner, if you're not mentally thinking, okay, take everything with me, mistakes are going to happen. Okay, so it's always a better rule to think of it first, give yourself some time to know what you need to do, and then lead it, especially as beginners. Okay, if you've developed the skill of letting the music dance you, lead you, different story. All right, just a different story. All right, another very, very common mistake, and I think I say this in almost every video, is too big of steps, right? So you have to keep your steps small. All right, so especially if you're finding yourself like rushing, feeling like you don't have enough time to do things, or you're off balance, that's a big indicator that you are taking too big of steps. So just make them smaller. Keep them more right underneath your body. And the other thing that might be happening is you might be thinking, move your foot, right? Remember, we have to move with our spine. So move your spine the amount of space that you want the size of your step to be, and then move your foot underneath there to support it. Okay. So small steps, but really small space movement with the spine. All right. And last thing, I think I just wrote this just to make sure clean and clear dancing is the best, especially as a beginner. It gives your body the ability to memorize better because it's clear to it, right? And clean because it will feel better. And then that way it's more enjoyable, right? So, all that being said, you might feel like a robot on top at first, okay? Um, but I promise you, it will feel better after you really start to develop the style of the dance, um, and the accents in the music. So just ask your teacher where those are and how you can bring those to life, but still keeping your frame, okay? Nice and clean and clear. This also relates to the feet, okay? Making sure your feet aren't like sliding all around, but once you're stepping on that foot, it's staying right there until the next step. All right, guys. Well, it is Friday. This wraps up this video for the crossover breaks in American Cha-Cha, the common mistakes and common questions. If there is anything that I didn't cover or something you're experiencing in your dancing, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will either just reply personally or make a video if I think it could be helpful for others as well. All right. So have a great weekend. And until next time. Oh, well, I will see you on Monday. Let me sneak peek that. And what are we doing Monday? We are doing, oh, the crossbody lead. That's right. We're in the last week of September. So it's our challenge step time. Crossbody lead is perfect for the cha-cha because it adds a little bit more rotation to it. And you can add a lot of styling and eventually put a lot of turns or spins and a lot of different looks to it. So it's a great foundational step, even though it's a little bit more challenging. Okay. So I will see you guys here at 3 o'clock on Monday, and we will start that the American Cha Cha crossbody lead. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.